Are you trying to get approved for Veterans Readiness and Employment? Maybe you got an appointment coming up that you're nervous for. Well, stay tuned and I'll give you some tips and tricks and some advice that comes straight from the M28 Charlie, which is the regulation for Veterans Readiness and Employment, that may just help you get approved.
Oh, what a stroke of luck.
What's up, veterans? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that alert button. Please like, comment. It helps me out and it helps other veterans see these videos. Now, I know that going into your evaluation with your VRC can be nerve-wracking. We all want to get approved, and it can maybe almost seem like from the outside that it's an impossible feat, but I assure you that it's not, and let's go over a few things that you can do to help your chances of getting approved. Preparation. This is the number one thing that is going to help you get approved. What you need to be doing before you go into your meeting with your VRC is know the career or whatever employment you want to get into the future and what pathway it's going to take. You need to be able to show your VRC counselor that is interviewing you that you have an idea what you want to do. This isn't just a wing and a prayer that you just decided to apply for Veterans Readiness and Employment when you got up one morning. You need to show them that you have done your research. Go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website and start reviewing that. Look at whatever job you want to get into. Look at the growth outlook for that job. You need to look at what that job involves specifically. Maybe even go out and talk to some people that are currently in that job. And you need to be able to relate to your counselor why this job is going to be fitting for you and why it's not going to aggravate your service-connected disability. That's very important. If you're picking a job that if you have a bad back and you want to get into construction, that may not be the best job for you to pick because obviously construction's just going to aggravate your bad back even more. So find a job, pick employment that will not aggravate your service-connected disability and be able to demonstrate and talk to why that is the case. Basically, learn about as much of the job that you can. Learn about the growth outlook for it. Learn about the pay. Why is it good for you? Why will it not aggravate your service-connected disability? What education do you need to get into this field? Everything that you can learn about it, you need to know. Another thing you should do in terms of preparation is practice your rebuttals. There's going to be times where your counselor brings up something and you need to have a good, well thought out response. For example, your counselor may say to you, well, you've been in this job for a year and a half now. It seems that this job is suitable for you. That is a question that I got on my VR&E interview, and I imagine it's a question a lot of people get. Here's how I would respond. I would say something along the lines of suitable employment and whether I can do the job are two different things. Can I do the job? Yes, I can, and I have been able to do the job. Does it cause me pain? Is it a suitable job for me? No, it is not, and that's why I'm here applying for Veterans Readiness and Employment. I encourage you to keep it simple. Don't try to say too much. Give them a good rebuttal and move on. Another one you might hear is maybe you have your post 9/11 left, and they might ask you, why don't you just use your post 9/11 for this? To that, I would just say something along the lines of, I desire and need the employment services that VR&E offers that post 9/11 does not offer. And you can finish that with post 9/11, whether or not I have my post 9/11 is not a disqualifying circumstance in me being eligible for Veterans Readiness and Employment. That's simple. Lastly, read through the M28 Charlie a little bit. It will be good for you to know what your rights are and where you are entitled, and just to know a little bit about the whole process. If you go in there with that knowledge and maybe you hit them with a few regulations that are in the M28 Charlie, they're going to be a lot more likely to be like, well, shit, Gator knows his stuff. All right, we've covered preparation enough. Now let's fast forward to the day of the meeting. Make sure you are professionally dressed. In Section A, Chapter 1.2, subsection E of the M28 Charlie says, please treat this meeting as if it were an in-person meeting. Be professionally dressed, on time, in a private, quiet setting with sufficient lighting, prepared to provide a detailed history of your past and current military, work, and education experiences, and limit your distractions. Right from the regulation, it's telling you, you better be ready, you better be prepared with information, and you better be dressed appropriately. If you don't come in with those minimums, they're already going to be looking at you in a skeptical manner. Now, finally, and most importantly, in a nutshell, all you have to do in order to get approved for VR&E is you need to connect the dots. You need to dumb it down, fucking Crayola style, connect the dots between your service-connected disability, whatever it may be, to the current job that you have and why that job is not suitable. Whatever it is, maybe you are currently working in an office setting and one of your service-connected disabilities is migraines. Well, maybe the fluorescent lighting could be something that is causing that. That's something that you need to connect. Maybe you're currently working a construction job and you have a bad back. It's obvious you're not going to be able to do that for a whole career, right? So you need to make that connection, that solid connection from your service-connected disability to your current employment. If you have employment, if you don't have employment, then maybe you haven't been able to gain suitable employment because of your service-connected disability. So whatever it is, you need to use that service-connected disability and connect it to your current job, your current employment, or unemployment. Then, the next thing that you need to do, all that research that you did, now you need to connect that new job, that suitable employment, and why it's suitable. Why is it not going to aggravate your service-connected disability? Why is it something that's going to help you be a better person, be a better veteran in the future? So connecting that service-connected disability first to your current employment or unemployment, and then finally connecting it to that future job that you believe is going to create a bountiful and unpainful career for you. Though that in a nutshell is all you have to do to get approved for VR&E. I'm not shitting you. It's really that easy. Lastly, remember this. Your counselor has a duty to assist you. In Section B, Chapter 1.7, subsection India, and I read, the VRC has a legal duty to assist the claimant in developing evidence to support his or her claim for vocational rehabilitation benefits and services when evidence of record is insufficient. Examples of evidence include medical treatment records, employer evaluations, and records of prior training. So keep that in mind when you go into the meeting. They may seem like the boogeyman, like they're there to disprove you, but the regulation states that they have a legal duty, a fucking legal duty, to assist you in your claim through Veterans Readiness and Employment. I hope this helps some of you out. Best of luck out there. Go into your meeting. Go into your VRC meeting ready, fucking confident, and tell them that you can't handle the truth.
Oh, what a stroke of luck.